The steps I took to build the bridge, there was actually quite a bit of them. Started off with trying to find the right spot for the bridge. So, well, I guess it actually started off with quoting the bridge. I figured out what it was going to cost. I found a design I liked. Then I went and found a spot for the bridge, and then I had to clear it. So once I cleared it out, started to build the bridge back at the house. Had all the materials behind the house, and we built the arch pieces for it there. One of the things I did with the design for this bridge, or I found I should say, is a bridge that is built with arches, so it's structurally stronger than just a regular flat bridge. I wanted to be able to have the maximum amount of strength with the minimum amount of lumber. I also wanted it to have significant height so that it wouldn't get all of the floodwaters pushing right up against it the entire way. And then any kind of logs or anything that came down the creek during flooding season wouldn't get caught on the bridge. So we built the bridge arches, 3 of them, at least part way behind the house. Then we carried them all the way down to the creek. Another big part of this project that I didn't get to mention was that we had to do a giant path to there because it's just through the middle of the woods. So I had to use a chainsaw a lot to make that path. But that was a big deal because now we have a path back to the creek, which we haven't had through the middle of our property ever. And that's been really useful since then.
We're going down. We're going to the other side. Yeah. Stuff underneath, guys. Fine. Okay, well, I did get stuff underneath.
Henry, what was that about 4 people to do this?
4 people? What? I did this with 4 people. You want us to get across the bridge?
Really just to be that narrow?
Hey, everybody lift up right here. Help lifting.
Alright guys.
One light one to go, very heavy to go.
Same time tomorrow.
After getting the path done and the arches down there, I decided to start digging the footers. So once the footers were in or dug, I had to get a concrete mixer, pour concrete, and pour the footers. That was a pain. Also, you have to make sure everything is nice and square when you do that and level, and that's difficult to do across a creek, especially with the tools I have. So we did that, and then we set the arch pieces in place, and then I built the rest of them up. So there was parts that I needed to build that we decided to do after they were in place because I built one all the way and it was so heavy, moving that thing across the creek was not easy.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd want to walk across that without carrying anything.
Yeah, maybe then.
Oh my gosh, it was horrible. You're walking along, and then all of a sudden Fletcher hits anything that's not a peak, and all of a sudden all the weight just goes right on, and you're like, oh, Fletcher, stand taller!
It's a good line, I'm telling you.
If you fell on that, you were landing right on that with a split leg, and it would not have been fun. Okay, I'll be down on the sandbar.
No one's going to be on the sandbar, there's no point.
That's why Fletcher volunteered.
I'm gonna be going short. I couldn't reach it if I tried.
Like, no, my arms are long enough.
Be on the sandbar, how are you gonna...
Yeah, you had to have someone on the sandbar.
You'll carry it like this. The people that are here are stabilizing. And you have one guy, maybe 2,
Yeah, come back over here, Coulter, to get it over here.
I'm not the one there. I am going to the back. I disagree because that's going to put more weight down at the.
I would love to cross and take the video from the other side, but
Okay. Then go across, Mom.
There's 2 boards.
It's pretty easy, actually. Just make sure you record yourself going across.
no, I'm not doing that.
Come on, Mother. We're carrying this across. What happened to the advantage in there?
I'm in boots that don't fit. When I was younger, crossing the creek would not have been difficult. I would have just run right over, not worried about it. If I fell, I fell. If I hit the water, I hit the water. I would have laughed it off. But now that I'm getting older, I am much more prone to getting injured when I do silly things like fall off a tree bridge into the creek. And so I was a little nervous about this particular creek crossing.